Winding through Minecraft's endless terrains are beautiful rivers, and today we'll be spending 100 days building on a river in Minecraft. So join me and my foxy friend Millie as we set out to create a fleet of boats, a water wheel, and even a market on a bridge. Let's go. Another day, another victory for the OGs. But seriously, it's day one and we only have 100 of them, so we gotta go. Let's start by grabbing some wood for some tools. Alright, that is our starter tools sorted, and I don't know about you guys, but starving to death on day one does not sound like the move, so let's go find some food. I always feel like getting my own sheep for a bed because they also drop mutton, and it just feels like the most efficient way to do it, you know? Well, I think I have everything I need to get out of day one, but I know these stone tools aren't going to cut it for long, so let's go on a little resource quest and then we can get to the fun part, building. I started by getting myself up to iron tools and armor. Once that was done and I gathered a little bit of extra iron and coal, I set out for a variety of woods, including cherry, oak, spruce, pine, and azalea. Once that was done, I gathered everything I needed to craft some silt before heading back to our home base. Since we're living on a river, it seems ridiculous to not have a boathouse, so let's see if we can maybe get the base for a river barge done today. Oh, I was wondering where Millie was, but she's just doing pirouettes in the water for me, I guess. She was here with me on day one and then she just immediately disappeared, and then I didn't see her until right now. All right, that was easy enough. Let's build up the sides. Okay, just figuring out where I want this to go. I think that's probably fine like that. 3, 4, 5. And then let's bring this bit across here. And I'm actually just going to get rid of these extra blocks here because obviously it looks way too boxy with that. And then replace it with some stairs and then a slab. Then I'm going to do the same on the back here. I should really do this from the other side, like standing on the blocks, because this would break a lot easier. All right, back of the boat is looking good. Let's just finish off this frame. Now let's add in some slabs either side and then get ourselves back on this boat. And then just to finish this section off, let's add in some trapdoors here for extra detail. Oh, actually, I think I can get away with making this one shorter. And then let's add a fence gate here. Oh, or at least attempt to. Nope, that's not how I want to do it. Okay, I'm gonna have to get in the water to do this part. There we go. And there we have the base of our houseboat. So I think today we can definitely get the house structure sorted for our houseboat, like the spot on top where the actual boat part where I'll set up my living area is. If you don't know what I mean, you will see really soon. Now, do you see what I mean? This area in here is going to be a little area where we're going to have a bed and some other homey things going on. Anyways, now we have the lovely task of building a roof on this thing. Hopefully it's not too frustrating. Gosh, the sound of placing these blocks is a little bit intense. The roof was a tiny bit frustrating to get done, but me and roofs don't get on at the best of the times, and having to get in the water obviously didn't help. Alright, the roof is done, and we definitely have a little bit of time left to add some exterior details. So let's run around and add in some, what are these called? Lanterns? Oh, is that Millie? Millie is always finding herself stuck underneath builds, and I always try to free her, and she just doesn't want to be free. She loves just basically living inside of blocks. Anyways, let's cover this thing in some very cute cherry blossom leaves. As I said, very cute. Now let's just add in some extra details right here and on the back. And finally, I thought it could be cute to punch out a couple of these blocks and replace them with a slightly different textured cherry block just to, well, add some texture to the build. All right, it is interior day. The interiors for this houseboat? Yeah, we'll go with houseboat. This is definitely going to be a little tricky though, since it's a smaller interior and kind of a weird shape, but we'll see what we can do. So I'm thinking this area here can be our little kitchen type area. So we've got a stove and a little crafting bench and then a sink just for decoration. The nice thing about all of these cabinets is that they do double up as storage. So we can have some cute storage without having to just fill the place with chests. I think I'm going to leave that bit open actually and maybe add like a plant or something there. But for now, let's decorate this side and make it our bedroom. I feel like that's looking pretty good considering what we have to work with here. So let's turn all of these to some books. Maybe we'll mix it up a little and, I don't know, make these not books. And then let's add in our flower pot with a vine. That looks cute. And then let's put our remaining lamps on each side of the table. Okay, looking good. I really wanted to add in barrels for storage, but unfortunately I don't have that. But I do have these trapdoors, so I've put those little hidden chests in there just in case we need even more storage than what we already have. But to finish this room off, I think we just need a few more hanging pots, and I think we can get away with that being the completed thing. Okay, yeah, super simple, but very cute considering what we have to work with in here. Okay, so it's not like there's no land that I could put a farm on, but I kind of want to make a garden boat, so let's get the base of that going. All right, that was easy enough. Now I just need to build out the outside of the boat. Now let's do the fun part of having to swim around to place all of these extra blocks. And now let's just finish filling in this bottom part. And then, what did I do on this boat? I think a slab here and then trapdoors along there. And then let's build this part out like that. Oh my gosh, when did that get actually? I feel like that's been there a while. I've been hearing strange gargling noises for a while. Anyways, there we have it, the base of our farm boat. Oh, hello Millie. All right, let's get this farm actually planted on a boat. I am also completely out of food, so hopefully I don't die before the wheat grows in. To be absolutely honest though, I do have my trusty watering can, so I don't think we're gonna be risking death here. Right, let's get these things planted. I don't really need the carrots, or at least I don't like to eat carrots for my food, so I'm just planting them really for aesthetic reasons, which is a little bit silly because this isn't the biggest farm ever, but you know, sometimes you have to make sacrifices to the aesthetic. All right, now let's put this watering can to work. Literally the best thing I've ever owned. I spent the rest of the evening finishing up all of the planting that I had to do on our farm barge. And as always, I did it with the help of my trusty watering can. The Let's Do Meadows mod is probably one of my favorites, if only for the watering cans. All right, that's looking pretty good. It's functional, but I don't think it's cute enough. So let's add some extra details. Let's do some of these on either side and right here, if it will let me place it whilst I'm on it, which it will. Oh gosh, I didn't realize how late in the day it was. So the sun seems to be going down quite quickly. All right, just a few bits of leaves and then I think we should be done. There we go. That looks much better. All right, so I'm thinking we definitely have to make a place for these boats to dock. So let's build just that, a dock. So I'm just starting by marking out the blocks. Sorry, this zombie is distracting me. There we go. Okay, I'm just marking out the posts for our dock here. And now let's add some barrels to the top of each of these. And to be honest, I feel like it would be cool if we bring the dock out this way as well. So let's do that. I am going to have to go make more barrels though. Oh, it looks like I've placed these in the wrong place, which is just a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. All right, let's get these docks filled in. And just to finish this off, let's add in a couple fancy lights just to make it a little bit lighter over here. Simple but effective. Now let's add another one right here. And why not a couple flower pots with some azalea trees in them. All right, that's looking great. Looks like it's time to head to bed and then we'll head out for some more materials tomorrow. I headed back underground to top off my iron and coal. While I was down there, I upgraded a couple of my tools to diamond and gathered some moss, azaleas, and stone. Once that was done, I headed topside for dark oak, spruce, and pine. So we are accruing a lot of junk, so I think we need to build one more boat for our storage. So let's get the base of that sorted. Millie, if you could leave, that would be great. Thank you. Oh, nope, she's coming back quick. She's so strange. Sometimes I don't see her for days, and then other times she's just up in my business and there is no in between. I feel like you guys have probably seen me build a boat one too many times at this point, but it's absolutely fine. I'm gonna get this one done super quick because we've already done it twice. I think I'm gonna change up the floor a little here and do trapdoors like this, just to add a little bit of extra detail. And then obviously wherever we place our storage stuff, we'll have to cut out a few trapdoors, but that's absolutely fine. All right, that's the base done. Let's build the rest of this thing. So just like we did on our houseboat, we're gonna do a little roof, not facing that way. Gosh, I hate stairs. The thing with stairs, especially on builds like this, is that if I fall, it's not just a matter of building back up, because I will fall in the water. I feel like this is worse than taking fall damage because getting out is so annoying. Anyways, let's finish up this roof. And now for the interior, we're gonna keep it pretty simple. I'm just gonna put a bunch of barrels right here. Obviously, we already have quite a bit of storage in our actual house, so we don't need loads back here, but it is good to have a dedicated space for storage. Then let's add some stairs in either side. Those are not stairs. There we go. And on this side. And then let's add our chests. Now we just have to add in our windows, and then we've got a few more extra details, and that should be the storage done. When in doubt, just add a bunch of flower pots and lanterns and cover the thing in leaves. Okay, so the idea here is to make a pretty big and wide bridge so that we can stick a market on it. And I'm not saying I'm doing this because I just finished Arcane and the alternate timeline bridge market is living rent-free in my brain. But if someone came to that conclusion, they would not be wrong. All right, I think that's a good enough shape for this bridge. So now we just got to replicate it on this side, which should be easy enough. To be honest, this part is the easy part. It's just that after I've done this part, I have to go back and break all of these little extra pieces that I've placed, but I will do that later. Hi, voiceover M here. I was sick while I was recording this, and a lot of the footage I just didn't talk a lot. But I'm not sick now, and I have thoughts. There's actually a couple different really cool inhabited bridges across different places in Europe, like the Merchant's Bridge in France. Unfortunately, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it in French. And also the High Bridge in England. I just think that kind of thing is such a cool architectural detail. I've planned for this to be a pretty big bridge, and I want to do it right, so I can't even guarantee that we're going to be done with it today, but we are going to take another really good stab at it. I'm just combining a couple different smooth stone textures to fill in this gap, and honestly, I don't really like many of the grey blocks in Minecraft, so the least I can do is switch up the textures to make them look a bit more interesting. I do kind of regret it though, because it takes me a lot longer when I have to switch up textures. All right, I feel like that looks pretty nice. Not sure why I didn't already do the second arch on this side, but now I've got to do that. Oh, looks like we have a visitor. Oh, he may pass away before he even reaches me. Let's see. Oh, no. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, well, that's embarrassing. Anyway, back to building this second arch. Or fourth arch, I guess, technically. Aside from initially being inspired by Arcane, one of the real-world bridges that I looked at when I was planning this was the covered bridge, which is in Levek, Bulgaria. It has somewhere over 60-ish different shop stalls within it, and I definitely don't plan on making that many, but I do like to try and find real-world build inspiration when I can. Let's see how far we can get into filling this bridge in before we run out of materials. It looks like we're just about gonna make it to around halfway, I think. Okay, I would say that's a good point to stop because that sun is going down, Millie for some reason is screaming at me, and we need to go get some more materials. I once again found myself looking for iron, coal, and stone. Once I had that figured out, I collected some spruce and pine. Then I harassed some sheep with shears for wool. Finally, I gathered some seeds before heading home. Okay, so today is the day that we're finally finishing the bridge itself. I am loving the way it's turning out so far, but we gotta get this thing filled in and then we can add all the extra details. Also, I don't know if it's at all noticeable, but I feel like my voice still hasn't recovered. Like, it feels like I've been sick for 2 whole months at this point. Anyways, we are almost there, and I fear I may have gotten too much stone because this is almost going to complete it for us, and I still have like 2 more stacks of each type of smooth stone, so oops, I guess. All right, now we have the task of adding in all of the stairs. It seems like I'm gonna have to extend this part of the arch out a little bit, but that's absolutely fine. We can do that. And also, it feels a little bit silly that I've even filled this in because now I'm covering it all over with stone. Also, because of where I'm placing the stairs, I feel like I'm gonna have to also extend out these sides as well, so I guess I can use some of my stone to craft it into stone bricks. Or my leftover stone, I should say. Okay, actually, to be honest, I think we can get away with just adding stairs to each of these posts, and that's probably the easier option than extending the whole thing. Okay, I lied. That took me a lot longer than I thought it would, but today we can definitely finish the bridge itself. I'm just taking out a few blocks on the sides here because I'm also going to add in some leaves, and I feel like, I don't know, it just makes sense for some of these blocks to have moss all over them if they're going to have all of this leafy stuff growing out of them. I think it'd also be good to get under here and add in a bunch of leaves hanging from the whole bridge itself too. I'll maybe build up here and bring all of these leaves down too, but let's do this part first. Okay, cute. I feel like that looks really good. So let's move on to the next part of the details, which is gonna be, it's gonna come to me. Let me just look at my notes. Oh yeah, a roof. So let's start by marking out the supports where the roof is gonna go. Let's do 2 blocks between them. Okay, that was a good guess. Both of the posts end perfectly on the end of the block. So now let's just do the same on the other side. Have I made a mistake here? Or do I just need to get rid of this? I think I just need to get rid of that. And now let's add the actual roof to this thing. So I think the best way forward is going to be to go sort of section by section. No, actually, I don't know. Maybe it's just better to do this. I was going to sort of go up here and then move on to this bit, but I think it's actually going to be way more understandable in my brain if I do it this way. All right, well, that sun is almost going down and I feel like I've barely got anything done today, but let's just get a move on and hopefully we'll get this roof finished before the end of the day and also add some extra details before tomorrow, at least. And so I spent the rest of the evening working on getting the roof filled in with my spruce and pine stairs. It was one of those tasks that felt never ending, just placing stair after stair. But to be honest, I'm being a little bit dramatic because honestly, it wasn't that bad. For the most part, I had a nice steady rhythm going. I am so glad that this looks as cute as it does. And now we've got to stick a market on top of it. So let's see how this goes. So there isn't loads of space here, but I think we're going to be fine. So I'm just going to keep it super simple and do like little half market stalls here. Just like that. And then we can do some little supports here and then we'll add our stairs. Do I want to go up 2 or just the 1? I think just the 1 will be fine. So let's add some stairs to the front of this. If I could, that would be great. To be honest, not sure why I'm messing around with these stairs right now because I'm going to cover them in carpet. And if you're confused by that statement, I will show you what I mean in a second. I have no idea which part of what mod this is, but it is super, super helpful. And I'm glad that I have it. See, how helpful is that? Perfect for these little tiny market stalls. And let's go ahead and add in a couple more of those types of markets. Gosh, me and stairs just do not get on. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think it's actually mostly because I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to doing roofs and stuff, so it just means that I end up misplacing the blocks. See, like this is much easier. Why did I not just build up in the first place? Okay, let's cover this in our carpets. I don't think I'm going to do red here, so I'm going to leave that bare for now because I need to go get my carpets from my house. So let's do another little store right here in the meantime. Oh, actually, what would make this even easier is if I just did this. And I guess we'll make this one red. You've got to respect my commitment to the design though, because you can't even see what kind of stairs that I'm using, but I've still made sure they're all the same. Also, honestly not sure why I made so many red carpets because I definitely didn't need that many. All right, well, that's the left side done, but I think we're gonna have to pretty much just mirror this on this side because we don't have a lot of space. All right, that's looking pretty good. We can finish this off tomorrow. So today I think I'm just gonna run around and add some final details because there isn't really a lot that needs to be done here. How cute are these little barrels? And now we've pretty much just got to make sure this thing is completely lit up. So let's add as many lanterns as we can. And although this looks super cute, we still have quite a lot of the day left. So let me have a little think and then we'll add some more details. All right, there we go. When in doubt, add a bunch of flowers and Were they disappearing as I was walking? No? Okay, I think I'm just seeing things. Anyways, as I was saying, when in doubt, add a bunch of flowers and lanterns. Also, I figured this one here could be like a bakery stand. I know that these are potatoes, but we could pretend it's just uncooked bread. So that's why I added a little bench here so you can sit here and eat your little bit of bread that you've purchased. And then I've done the same over here with this apple barrel and made it so there's like a nice apple juice to drink here. Overall, some super simple additions, but I think it's really made this area complete. What do you think, Mills? Yep, she loves it. Okay, because we have accidentally turned this river into a thriving center of commerce and residence, it's just me and my 3 boats. I just want to make sure that the river stays nice and pristine, so we're gonna add some river walls today, which essentially means removing some of the grass from the bank and replacing it with something a bit more sturdy, like stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, and also stone blocks. And now the hard part's done, we just need to run along and fill in all of these walls. Or, I mean, build them up. Was that me or was that something scary? I did see a couple creepers here earlier and they were far enough in the distance to not see me, but I do feel like they're gonna get closer to me at some point and give me a jump scare. And now just to add a little extra height, we're gonna add in some slabs and then we should be done with this side at least. We still have to do the river walls all along this side, but that is tomorrow's job. And as I said yesterday, today we're just getting the other side of the river walls completed. All right, that was easy enough. Also, how cute is this view of the area so far? Absolutely obsessed. So I want to have some more farm options because the farm boat we have is really tiny and it's a little bit annoying to have to keep farming for food. So let's get a more external farm set up on the riverbanks, which means we have to spend a day or so clearing a decent amount of trees to actually be able to place a farm here. I've really been considering that mod that breaks down trees like immediately, like you only have to break 1 block and then like the whole thing falls, because I feel like that's more realistic to real life, but I also feel like it might be classed as cheating, especially in a hardcore world. So I don't know, guys. You let me know if you want me to continue suffering or if you're okay with me using a mod that does that. I'm pretty sure it works in a way that even though you're only technically breaking 1 block, it still takes away the durability from the axe that you're using, maybe? Correct me if I'm wrong, but if that's the case, I feel like maybe it's okay, but also maybe not, because it's technically meant to be 100 days and, you know, it would cut a lot of my days a lot shorter if that's how I was breaking trees. The nice thing about building a farm on / near a river is that I don't need to make an infinite water source, which low-key maybe I do, so I don't have to keep running so far back and forth, but also super helpful to just have infinite water right next to me without creating infinite water, that is. Gosh, it is so dark over here, I can barely see where I'm placing the water. Alright, you can't really see much going on. All you can see is that loads of trees are gone, but that is a great start to our farm, so let's head to bed and we'll go get some more materials tomorrow. I wandered around punching various trees and gathering seeds for a bit. Once I finished that, I headed underground for coal, iron, diorite, and some azalea bushes, which I bone mealed for their leaves. I've rounded all of that out by visiting my sheep friends for some more wool. Alright, we're back from our travels. Let's get these fields farmed today. And now enjoy this montage of me placing a billion seeds. One thing's for sure, I will not be going hungry after all of this is grown in. I will say planting stuff is up there with one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft because it's just so easy. Planting crops and planting flowers are just so relaxing. The farm looks great so far, but I do have some little details in mind for this section, so let's get that sorted. Okay, I feel like those fences frame the area nicely without taking up too much space and making the farm not very accessible. I'm just gonna run around and add these trapdoors to the top of each of these, and then we'll use these posts here to add some lamps. No, I was trying to be careful. I didn't think that would break it. At least that's an easy fix. So to light this thing up, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. Just using these, and then we'll do one of those. one of these, and then just simply hang another lantern from it. It's a little bit hard to get up there because we've already planted all of the wheat and I don't want to end up breaking too much of it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Just a little bit tedious. All right, just 2 more to go. Really just, there we go. Okay, I was hoping that I would be able to do that from there without having to build up, and the answer is yes, I could. All right, I would say that is our wheat farm done. Right, so we got a little bit of space here next to the farm, and I think it'd be really cute to add in a funky little windmill. So let's get the base of that done, and then we'll see what else we can get done today. All right, pretty sure that's a perfect circle. Let's get this thing filled in. All right, that frame is looking pretty good, so let's get it filled in. I'm gonna use this diorite, so let's just make a little space for the door there, and then actually I think I'm gonna use stairs on this part, and then maybe use walls on this part. Does that look good? Yeah, okay, I like that as a detail. Let's also use walls right here, but I feel like to get it to connect, I guess we have to add in extra walls here. Ooh, there is not going to be a lot of space inside of here, but that's okay. We don't have to do interiors literally on every build. And now we just got to fill in the second floor. So I'm going to use walls right here. And then I think instead of using whole blocks, it might be better to just use walls. Okay, yeah. And then we get a little bit of extra space up here. Not that I'm planning to put anything in here anyway, but you know, it just feels nicer as I'm building too to have a bit more space to work with. And I've misplaced that entirely. Oh gosh, that sun is going down pretty fast and I still have a whole windmill to build. Okay, I feel like every time it gets to this point, I'm like panicking and then I just start misplacing everything. But I think I did a pretty good job right there. Whee! Oh my goodness, that was so close. Did not quite hit the jump at the right point. All right, looking good. Let's see if we can get that windmill on without something scary attacking us. Okay, to be honest, this should be pretty straightforward. I literally just have to do all 4 sides like this. But I'm gonna have to do these 3 and then do the other 2 from the floor, which I guess is where it could get a little bit scary, but should be fine. Oh, actually, I think I'm gonna have to do the sides of these from the floor as well, so let's just get this top bit done. Then over on this side, we need to do a stair this way and then one this way, and then let's get rid of this extra piece. And maybe I can do this one from over here without touching the floor. Easy peasy. And now finally, 1, 2. And then let's get down on the floor. To be fair, I don't see anything scary nearby, so we might be okay. Okay, that's looking pretty good, but I just remembered I have a handful of leaves to place, and I should have done that before I jumped down. So let's get those on this build, and then I think we're done here. I think that was the perfect addition to our little farm. Anyways, let's head to bed, and we'll head out for some more resources tomorrow. I spent the next couple of days gathering spruce wood and pine wood. I also borrowed some hay bales from a village that I found and made a lot of bread. Okay, so I imagine the boats need somewhere to park in the winter, so I'm gonna add in a boathouse here. Boathouses like this are really common on canals and lakes. They're kind of like freshwater marinas. People can store and winter their boats here and stuff like that. I also fell down this whole rabbit hole of watching videos about people who live full-time on canal barges while I was researching for this video, but I'm sure you don't want to hear about all of that. So let's get this build finished. All right, that's the supports done. Now let's add some little, what's the word I'm looking for? Use your brain, Em. Arches. That's the word I'm looking for. Sometimes I just have too much faith in myself walking off of blocks like that, and it ends with me falling. Anyways, that should be good. Now all we have to do is go in and take out all these extra pieces. And now we just got to do the same on this block here and this block here. Oh, I need to get rid of that block there too, but don't worry. I'll get there. Oh, ouch. Gosh, I'm having a mare today. There we go. That should be the arches done. Now between each of these posts, I'm going to add in some stairs, and then we'll do some trapdoors to kind of look like windowy type things. Oh my gosh. Floating in water plus stairs, really not my favorite thing. Oh my gosh, that actually made my heart drop for a second there. I don't know what I thought it was, but I did not think it was a squid next to me. And now pretty straightforward, just going to do a couple of these and a couple of these. And a couple more of those. And we have our walls filled in. or at least that section of the walls filled in. And now we have the lovely task of trying to do it over here. I'm hoping maybe I can jump up onto the stairs. Oh, okay, I can, but I guess I've got to time it right. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was a lot more difficult than it needed to be. And now we've got to do it all again on this side. Okay, actually, what I'm gonna do right now is just do this. No idea why I didn't just do that on the other side there. Would have been done a lot quicker, but you know, it's all about learning things in Minecraft. Gosh, I always try to take like path of least resistance, but it ends up just costing me more time. All right, I think we're more than capable of getting this boathouse finished today. So let's get this roof on and then we'll see what else is left to do. As I'm looking in here, I kind of just had a flashback to a scene in Harry Potter where they're in like a boat, in like a boathouse or something. But I'm not entirely sure if I have the right movie. I'm pretty sure that there's a pretty significant scene that happens around a boathouse, right? I actually have to Google this, I don't know. Oh no, I just got back from Googling and yeah, you could say a pretty significant scene happened in the boathouse in Harry Potter. Oh goodness, okay, well I'm glad that my brain was correct that something happened there. And I didn't have the wrong movie after all. I know it's been a million years, but I don't want to spoil, so I'm not going to say what happened, just in case anyone out there hasn't seen it and is intending to. Okay, now let's actually add somewhere where you can get off of your boat once you've parked it in our little boathouse here. This is certainly not the best way up to the bridge, but it'll do. And finally, let's add in some light down here because I feel like something scary could still spawn down here. And as always, just to finish off the build, let's add in a bunch of leaves. I am absolutely loving how this is looking so far. It's been kind of a fun challenge to try and find enough river-related things for this build, but I think it's finally coming together. I spent the next couple of days wandering around the local forest collecting spruce, pine, and oak woods. Then I spent a little time underground upping my moss collection before heading back to base. This next build is for no other reason than it feels a little unbalanced to only have a dock on one side, so I'm gonna add another one to this side. That way everything feels way more balanced. I think I'm gonna make this one more of like a T shape. So let's bring this bit out a little bit more. All right, now let's get this thing filled in. So let's take out some of this dirt, get rid of some of those. We'll do spruce slabs. And to be honest, we're pretty much just gonna do the same thing we did with the other dock. Oh my gosh, am I gonna add trapdoors to my list of hated blocks? What's going on? Just kidding, that was 100% my fault because I wasn't 100% paying attention to where I was placing the block. I'm also a bit concerned because I keep hearing Millie, but I can't see her. Like, is she stuck under here? Oh. She's literally right here, just blending in with our little houseboat. All right, I've got her out of the water, but I do have a sneaky suspicion that she is just gonna jump right back in. Oh, nope, she's stood right near me, actually. Okay, that's nice. Nice to have you here, Mills, for a change, instead of stuck under a block and just as I say that, she climbs into the water to get herself stuck under a block. She's a funny little fox. I was gonna say dog for a second then. Okay, now that's all filled in, we can go ahead and add our campfires. And then to match the other dock and also the farm lighting, I'm just gonna do some of those there. Oh, I need to go get some fences. And then obviously let's do the same on this one here. And then that should be our second dock complete. I feel like this dock just makes way more sense than this one too, because this one doesn't really lead to anywhere, but at least this one leads to our little farm. I don't know why I said little, it's quite big. And also the windmill house. Windmill? Maybe just windmill. Probably not windmill house. Anyways, let's head to bed. So while I was falling down my rabbit hole of river-related research, I ended up reading a lot about water wheels. So a lot of the churning from the water was used to process stuff like grain. Kind of like a windmill, but based in water. Plus, I think it's really gonna tie the on-land builds to the builds in the river. I feel like it's a good in-between sort of structure. Okay, that's most of the foundation done. I just need to fill in all of these gaps that I've punched out with some of these mossy blocks. And now let's add some stair details to this before we move on to building the frame. Here, I may need to get back into the water to do this. Yep, of course I do. Gosh, I hate building in the water. Okay, now it's time to build up the frame. So we're gonna go up 5. Should be enough. And now we get to give my ankles a break from breaking and join this up. Oh, I've forgotten to put another thing there. I just said I was going to give my ankles a break and then immediately broke them again. And one more time for the broken ankles, or at least for this section. And now we've got the lovely task of stripping all of this wood. And I'm looking at this now and wondering if I was meant to do this in dark oak. Is that a bit too light, or is it just that the sun is right on it? I think it's just that the sun's on it. Alright, next step, let's start getting these walls filled in. I'm gonna do the bottom part in calcite, and then I think I'm gonna do a little strip of diorite stairs that I have, and then I'm gonna go back to calcite. Okay, now for the stairs, which I feel like I'm gonna have lots of fun with. Oh, already messing up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I've got the hang of it now. Hopefully, I don't make any more mistakes. Alright, good job, Em. Managed that with just like 1 or 2 mistakes, which happened right at the start. And now for the part I've been dreading most, the roof. Because you'll see. I have to bring the roof out like this way with the triangle, but then I've also decided I'm going to add a little front bit with also a triangle, so I've got to figure out how to join that up to that, but I'm going to deal with that not right now. I didn't intend on already being at this point. Let's maybe do this. I could just fill all of this in and then come back to this, but I feel like I'm here now and I should just do it now. Okay, that just isn't difficult. What was I worried about? Okay, well, that was easy. Now I pretty much just have to do this, I think. And then when I do this, it should just join itself up. And yeah, we have a perfectly fine roof. And that's on overthinking everything. All right, let's get this thing filled in. So sorry if this is making any of you feel dizzy right now, because it's making me feel a little dizzy right now. Okay, final stretch. Or at least final stretch of this side. I've still got to do the other side. Not sure yet if I'm going to do a little pointy bit on the other side yet, but what am I doing? Pay attention, Emily. Jeez. Sorry, I feel really strange calling myself Emily because that's like my full name, and really the only person that ever calls me Emily is my parents. So why am I calling myself that? I have no idea. No way. No way is that the sun going down, and I've only done half of this roof. Okay, now we're on the actual final stretch of this build. Not the build, just the roof. Still got a few more steps after this. Gosh, this one feels like it's taking a long time. Probably because it is literally the biggest build we've done on this build yet, so that'll be why, although the bridge was pretty long. All right, so now the roof is done. Let's get the actual water wheel built, and I'm gonna go ahead and start by obviously doing the frame of this thing. Is it gonna touch the floor? I feel like it shouldn't touch the floor. Maybe we should only go 3 out. Oh, I did only go 3 out. What am I talking about? Gosh, I can hear plenty of zombies, and I think bats going on in here because it is so dark. I really don't want to have to go in there and deal with them, but feel like I should probably do that sooner rather than later, right? Or we could just never deal with it because they are quite safely trapped down there. Okay, let's add in some stairs on each corner here. Can't get the ones down there, but I don't want to... Okay, never mind. I was going to say I don't want to jump down again quite yet, but I've done it now. So let's get those on. And then let's do this. Okay, I need to get down real low to be able to place these ones. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Oh, almost drowned. And now let's do some upside down stairs here. Oh. I mean, I really want to, but it's not letting me. I guess I'm gonna have to put a trapdoor up here, maybe? No, I can't do that. Okay, can I do this? Okay, that works. And then let's bring this out, do another one of those, get rid of this, get rid of that, add one of these, add another one of those, and also add one on this side. Okay, there we go. Gosh, trapdoors and stairs all in one build. My absolute nightmare. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking the sun's going down, so it's quite possible that Oh, that's the wrong way. It's quite possible that the stuff that's in here will just come outside, and I'm hoping that is the case. And oh my goodness, it was right the first time. Oh goodness, this is so frustrating. Okay, there we go. And now we need a stair facing this way, and then some more of this business going on, and then another stair this way, she says. There we go, okay. Oh gosh, this is such a struggle. Oh wait, no. What's going on? That's wrong. Is it wrong? It might have been. Oh no. Okay, I've got to go to bed. Gosh, this is looking a mess right now. Let me just get up here. And then let's break all of these extra pieces that we don't need. Who would have thought this would be such a palaver? Voiceover M here again. Apparently building this water wheel was too much for me while I was getting over being sick, and it was either talk or do this. But I am here to tell you a fun water wheel fact. Did you know that the first recorded use of water wheels was in the 4th century BC in Mesopotamia? I wonder what one of those guys would say if they could see me trying to build one in a video game. Although, to be honest, I feel like the concept of a video game alone would send them into shock. Alright. I'm pretty happy with that, and oh my goodness, I got rid of a stair that I didn't mean to get rid of. But other than that, the wheel is looking great, and we just gotta add a little extra stone thing here. Anyways, let's get the stair in place first, and now we can do this extra. Oh my goodness, I thought that was something scary. That's the second time I've been jump scared by one of these, and oh my goodness, is that Millie stuck in a block again. Okay, now let's add some lovely details around the outside. I'm gonna use moss blocks instead of, oh my goodness. I forgot that scary things lived in this place. Thank you. As I was saying, I'm going to use moss blocks instead of dirt blocks because then at least they're still green without me having to attach it to the dirt to make it turn green. Little life hack for you there. I just walked in here without even double checking there wasn't more scary stuff in here, but luckily there was not. Ooh, I feel like I should maybe put like a spruce floor in here. Okay, the sound of the zombies is actually annoying me at this point, so I'm gonna take a little look, see what's going on down here, and see if I'm able to sort it out safely. Do I just jump down and risk it? I'm gonna go with, yes, let's do this. Okay, it might just be the one. Oh, it's two! Oh, okay, that was actually fine. Let's get some lighting down here so more of those things don't spawn. Oh, I kind of like having the bats though. They're so cute. Okay, well, the bats are still here for now. I think they will eventually I didn't even know there was that many in here. What the heck? Anyways, bats are cute, zombies are not. So let's get back up here and fix our little situation. And let's continue with our exterior details. Oh, I was so close. And that is our water mill done. I would love to decorate the interiors of this, but we don't have that long left. So I think what I'm going to do is continue building everything else. And if we have time at the end, I will come back and decorate it. I think the last thing that I'm going to add to this is a smaller bridge. That way people don't have to go through the whole market if they just want to cross the river. And there is our smaller bridge. Obviously just kidding. Let's get the second side of this done and then we can start filling it in. All right, that's like the outline done. It would probably be a good idea if we add some supports to this thing. So let's do oak logs there and then we'll do a stripped spruce log there. Oh, damn it. I missed. Back down we go. Under the water. Hopefully we don't drown. Oh goodness, we actually might drown. Okay, no, we got this. Oh, we just made it. I am going to go through and like change some of these to barrels, but I think I'm going to stick with doing the spruce for now, and then I can sort of see where I need to go from there. Oh my goodness, I missed again. Oh, just missed the drowning. Okay, surely that is the correct spot. I didn't move, I just jumped straight down. Okay, there we go. That might be the new method. Just look down. and 4. And I'm pretty sure we can finish up this smaller bridge today. Kind of similarly to the dock, the whole point of this is to give it just a little bit more visual balance and kind of keep the build area all contained and nicely framed, especially because we have the other bridge a little bit that way. Okay, I still need to fill in basically the entire rest of this bridge, but I just want to add some details now because I don't know. Just filling in blocks is a little bit boring, so why not just take a little break to add some of the fun details? Okay, let's put a couple posts here and then we'll light this thing up. And then let's do this. And then trapdoors maybe? Oh yeah, okay. They just naturally go up to that level, so that's good. And just like that, we are already back to filling in the bridge. Please enjoy some lovely block placing ASMR. And let me know in the comments some of your favorite block placing noises. And now we're back to decorating. Woo! Definitely my favorite part of everything. What is going on? Oh, nothing's going on. For some reason I thought it was just 4, but it is 5 and I don't have to worry about having misplaced anything. This one, however, is 4 blocks across. Ooh, actually, let me take off these here because I think it would be cute to add some flower pots to this. So we'll just put some of these lanterns like alternatively instead of just along the entire thing. And there we go, a super simple but super cute bridge. Alright, so it is time for paths and lighting. Let's get this done because we don't have long left. Alright, that's our paths done. Let's get our lighting done. Keeping in with the theme of all the other street lampy type things that we've been doing with just a very simple design. And now it's time for final details, which usually means planting a bunch of trees to fill in the gaps, but I would say we have plenty of trees at the moment. Probably at max tree capacity in this area. So, final details today means just placing these few barrels for decoration. Oh, and also flags. Can't forget these gorgeous flags. I feel like they're one of those little details that make quite a big difference. Like, just adding a few colorful banners instantly makes everything feel a bit more lively and finished. Like, this place has character now. The river rushed on beneath the softly swaying floors of my new boat home. We had gone from nothing to a thriving river settlement, and as Millie and I wandered the docks, I couldn't help but feel proud of all that we've accomplished. My name is Em. This is Millie, and you have all been amazing. Make sure you subscribe so I can see you in the next video.